Hey everyone, welcome to my video submission to Sly Cooper 88's B-Movie Theater. Today we're going to be looking at a fantastic monster movie from the 1950s called 20 Million Miles to Earth. 20 Million Miles to Earth was released in 1957 and directed by acclaimed monster movie director Nathan Duran, whose filmography consists of classic monster movies such as Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, The Deadly Mantis, The Brain from Planet Eros, and The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, to name a few. The stop-motion effects were done by world-renowned stop-motion animator Ray Harryhausen, and in my opinion, this is one of his best movies. The plot of 20 Million Miles to Earth is that the American government sends a team of scientists on a space expedition to the planet Venus. While on Venus, the scientists become fatally sick due to the living conditions of the planet. However, before returning to Earth, a small egg is taken from the nest of one of the native creatures. None of this is actually shown in the movie. The movie actually starts with the rocket ship crashing into the Mediterranean Sea, where a small group of Italian fishermen rescues all the crew members they can find, along with the egg. The Italian Dr. Leonardo and his American granddaughter Marissa tend to the dying crew members when one of them wakes up and turns out to be fine. A young kid finds the egg and sells it to Dr. Leonardo. Hours later, the egg hatches and a small bipedal reptilian creature emerges from the egg. Harryhausen himself names the creature Ymir, after the frost giant in Norse mythology. The doctor decides to keep the creature locked up to study it, which turns out to be a bad idea, since the more of the Earth's air the creature breathes, the bigger it gets. The Ymir breaks out and starts wandering the countryside before walking into a farm and kills the farmer's dog in self-defense. The Ymir is captured by the American government and is put into a huge laboratory in Rome. The lab power goes out and the creature breaks free. The Ymir goes on a rampage through Rome before climbing on top of the Colosseum and being killed by the military. This movie's plot may sound very familiar to some of you. It's basically more or less the story from King Kong, which was the first movie that Harryhausen ever saw as a kid. So Harryhausen, along with Duran, made this movie as a sort of a sci-fi tribute to King Kong. But that's not the only good thing about it. Aside from the similarities to King Kong, the film has a very original plot for a monster movie. Not to mention that the acting and dialogue is also pretty good for a B-movie. But of course, the greatest thing about this film is the monster itself. The visual effects are nothing less than what you would expect from a master like Ray Harryhausen. The greatest thing about Harryhausen's monsters is that they have so much personality to them. The Ymir is not an evil, malicious monster, it's just a poor, confused animal who has no idea where it is, and is completely separated from its natural habitat. It's not even aggressive until people start actually attacking it, and that's what makes it such a great character. In the end, you actually feel sorry for the Ymir, and the filmmakers did this on purpose, just like in the original King Kong. Whenever Kong is on top of the Empire State Building and he's about to fall off and die, we see a look of agony and despair on Kong's face right before he plummets from the top of the Empire State Building. It's obvious that Harryhausen and the other filmmakers intended this film to be a love letter to the greatness of King Kong. And even despite the similarities to Kong, 20 Million Miles to Earth is still an amazing film on its own, and one of my personal favorite monster movies of all time. Ray Harryhausen has done effects for so many movies, it's impossible for me to pick my favorite, but this movie definitely is one of my favorites. Harryhausen's work is a testament to the imagination and love that goes into making movies, and his films have left a profound impact on me as a person. If you haven't seen this movie, or any of other Harryhausen movies, then I highly recommend it. His characters and monsters always had a professionalism and a mystique to them, as well as character and power, unlike all of the soulless CGI bullshit we get nowadays. Mr. Harryhausen, I salute you. You are the man. You are not only a huge inspiration to me, but to filmmakers all around the world. That's my B-Movie Theater entry. I hope you all enjoyed it, and have a nice day.